record this on the computer. Yeah.
I'll also have to revise like few more times.
Yes, so your question is, what exactly is the outer space? So far, your
Yeah,
understanding is it is the people around you, it is the whatever is around you, and
correct.
whatever the manifest world is around you, that is the outer space. But you are not sure. You wanted me to clarify,
Yeah,
correct?
correct. Yes.
Yeah. So whatever is the manifest universe without any filters, if there are no filters, if we just see it for what it is, that is the outer world. That is whatever has been created as it is. That means there is the entire universe, the Brahmand, which is created. If it is seen as it is without any filter, any filter, even to the extent I am living, that is non-living, this is dark energy, this is energy, this is dark matter, this is actual matter, without any filters. अगर पूरा सृष्टि को ही आप उसका कुछ क्लासिफाई करेंगे तो वो आउटर वर्ल्ड हो गया. The outer world is not what you and I are seeing. We are seeing it through many filters. But if you were to remove everything at this moment, Dinal, if I have to take away every filter there is, you and I are one only. We are not two. But because of the filters, we are unable to see it that way. If I remove the filters, it is like having a ayahuasca experience where you just see everything as it is. कोई filters ही नहीं है. Everything gets pixelated and everything, you can see it for what it is, all as one. There is the only one in many forms. If that you can experience, that is the real outer world. What we are seeing is not the outer world. It is our interpretation of the outer world.
Achha.
What we are seeing is an interpretation of the outer world, and every person sees it differently because every person uses different filters. We may be having 1,000 filters or 1,000,000 filters through which we are seeing the world. For everybody, that combination is different. Dinal sees it with a different set of filters. Prabhakar sees it with a different set of filters. So we are all seeing the outer universe, outer creation, outer manifestation, outer creation. But none of us see it the same way. Each one is seeing it differently. But at this moment, if I have to drop all my filters completely, and you dropped all your filters, we will not see even you and me. We will just see only one. So the outer world is one. It is unified. It is the same thing expressed in many forms. But it is one only. And that one is again coming from nothing. The nothing expresses itself as the one, and the one expresses itself as the many. That is the outer world. Now, our inner world is our creation, our creation, which is very different from the outer world. Only a siddhar or an enlightened person, two enlightened persons may see it as the same. But our inner world is completely different because it is only our interpretation through our five senses of what is around us. We don't even know whether it is really there or it is just some signals coming into our brain. Our inner world is inside a box called our skull, cobra. It is inside it that this entire world with you and me live day to day to day from birth to death. It is something that is created inside our cobra, inside our skull. Whatever information is going from our senses gets interpreted before we create our inner world.
Oh.
In Namarupa Varjita Mandala Vatika, I gave many examples. What is actually outside, but what our brain is telling is outside. Two different.
Yeah.
So our inner world is a creation. It may have something to do with the outer world, but 90% it is creation. Our own interpretation of what is. It is an interpretation. Understanding it is an interpretation only is a big step towards samadhi. Just understanding. I am seeing Dinal now and I am interacting with Dinal and it therefore creates certain impressions in me. All this is a creation. Dinal and I are one.
Yeah.
That is the truth. We are just one.
Yeah.
But I have created in my universe, inner universe, I have created two. And I am experiencing the two. Right now, Dinal is experiencing Prabhakar. Prabhakar is experiencing Dinal. Although the fact is, there is no two.
No two.
So, अपनी परंपरा में जब हम बोलते हैं कि एक ही है, duality is not there. There is no duality. It is only one. This is the real meaning.
Okay.
The real meaning is I am creating this because I want to experience. I want to experience Dinal. Dinal wants to experience me. So we have created this Zoom call. But it has nothing to do with the truth.
Correct.
The real truth is that you and me are just expressions of the same one.
Same one.
Which even the one is not manifest because it is just an illusion of the nothing.
Yeah.
Hannah. So this understanding that we are seeking experience, therefore we are creating, or we create so that we can experience.
Oh, okay.
That understanding that is very important.
Yeah.
As long as we want to experience, we will keep creating. Every moment we are creating because we want to experience. But who is creating? Inside you, you are creating. So anything that is happening in your universe, good or bad, The producer, writer, director, screenplay is you.
Correct.
But do you have any control over that? That is the question. Actually,
Not at all.
we have control.
Yeah.
We don't have control. Even to know that we don't have control is grace. It is
But
only
like
by
when
grace.
we are the creator, why don't we have the control?
So that's the question. The question is that, although you are creating, you do not have any control. You do not have any control because the nature of creation is to experience.
Oh,
See, the nothing cannot experience.
correct.
The nothing is like Shivji in meditation. वो तो हजारों साल मेडिटेशन में बैठ सकता है वो, कुछ नहीं होएगा. There is no experience. But when the desire to experience happens, then you will create. I am not talking about creating the Brahman. Brahman has been created. That has been created by something else.
Yeah.
But I'm talking inside you. This creation is happening because you have chosen to experience.
To experience.
So what have you chosen to experience is the question.
Wow. This is just wow.
Yeah. So this is the thing. What have you chosen to experience?
So you said Mandala Vatika is connecting to the outer world. How is that?
I was just trying to see how synced we are, because that was my next thing I was going to talk to you. You got me like this. You've chosen to experience, of course. You are the writer, producer, screenplay, cinematographer, actor, everything you only. So you got me. You got me. So the very big problem people make in this world is not able to distinguish which practice is for which creation. Okay, you are a yoga instructor. Okay, all your yoga it cannot help you add zeros in your bank account. It is not meant for that. It can make you value what you have more. It can make you be satisfied and happy with what you are. Yes, possible, but it is not going to add zeros in your bank account. It is not going to give you luxuries of life. But whatever you have, you may experience it as a luxury. That is possible. Yoga, whether we are talking about pranayam, whether we are talking about Raja Yoga, whether you're talking about physical yoga, they are for completely managing your internal universe. that is no guarantee against giving you uh, giving you happiness because of luxuries or good things in life, or having less problems in life, less obstacles in life. It is not related to that. However, because you are so centered inside your head, with whatever you have, you may feel extremely rich and you may feel you are in abundance. That is possible. But when people tell me, I have applied for a job, if I do Mandala Vatika, will I get the job? Yeah. Answer is yes, because that is external world.
Okay.
There are techniques which are meant for external world. When the homas are done in the ashram, Shivaratri, Navaratri, all these homas, Rudra Homa, Maharudra Homa, all these homas are done. That is for changing the external world. If Gurudev feels that there is too much chaos in the universe, in the planet, and he wants to bring some peace, he will conduct a yajna. That is the route for that. Because inside Gurudev's universe, at any time he can feel that the universe is in perfection. Understand this very carefully.
Yeah.
In his inner universe, at any time he can absolutely experience bliss. Everything is perfect. But yet he will do yajnas. Because something has to be done physically in the external universe. You understand what I'm saying?
So,
Biggest problem is coming in this world because, including teachers, they themselves are not very clear which technology is for which reality. So let us suppose somebody tells you, "Aap kriya chalu kar do," and you just see miracles will start happening in your life. Okay? So you are expecting to win a lottery ticket. When the lottery does not happen, you start questioning the process. Then you will start questioning whether you are good enough to do that process. Self-doubt will appear. When self-doubt appears, you feel inadequate. You feel small. You feel inadequate. And then you will go into a self-blame. Whether it is your stars or whether it is your karma or whether whatever, you will go into self-blame. Because the teacher did not tell you that this is for your internal space, internal universe. It is not for the external universe. If the teacher had told you that by becoming centered with pranayama, kriya, you will be able to see everything around you and not get disturbed because somebody is having better than you or you are having better than somebody, you're not going to lose your center. With whatever you have, you will be like, you live like a king. If this is explained at the beginning, then that poor sadhak will not end up killing himself because he feels that he is not good enough. You understand what I'm saying? So one responsibility for everybody is to first get a very clear picture what is for what. Now, all this I have told you, I will turn it upside down. In the inner universe, through this inside inner universe, there is also a way to access the outer universe, not through your senses. Senses, they are giving you inputs, your organs are making actions, you are interacting. But understanding the truth of what is the outside inside, there is also a way by which you can go through the inner. It is a fractal. Inner becomes the outer, outer becomes the inner, inner becomes the outer. This is what that picture you shared with me.
Achha.
You shared one picture with me of that cone and that one person there. We don't know whether he is inside or outside. Because inner universe becomes outer, outer becomes inner. But that is another level of understanding. And that may not be the last level of understanding. There could be more levels of understanding. We don't know.
Oh.
It is a fractal. Regardless of that, wherever you are the center of the universe. This much is fact. आप एक सर्कल पे कहीं भी एक पॉइंट डालो, you can say that is the center of the circle, center of the circumference. या बलून पे आप एक पॉइंट डालो, that point can become the reference point for every other point. Any point, which means any person, whether it is Dinal, whether it is Prabhakar, whether it is XYZ, each of them are actually centers of their own universe. You understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah. So I have a question. You said outer world is completely non-dual. Okay. There is oneness. There is completely oneness. Okay. And inner universe is all about your projection, your patterns, your thinking, your perspective. You know, how you see the world. That is your inner world. Okay. So how does the material world you're talking about money and bank account and, things like that come into picture? You are saying that is not the inner world, that is the outer world.
Yeah. So let us suppose you have a gold ring. Okay. And that gold ring means wealth for you because it has got a certain value. In the outer world, there is no difference between that gold ring or Dinal or me or a piece of rock. They're all the same. In the outer creation, when the universe gets created, there is no hierarchy because everything is coming from the same thing, or at least an illusion of everything is being created, which is coming from the same thing. In the universe, there is no difference between gold and stone and lead and carbon.
So things manifest from the unmanifest.
Yeah, it is all coming from the unmanifest. Usme koi hierarchy nahi. That is why I say in the universe, there is no hierarchy between the dead and the living or non-living. Because end of the day, when I die, I go back to the Pancha Mahabhutas, which then goes back into carbon, nitrogen and oxygen and whatever. And then it might become a stone. That stone again will dissolve into life. There is no difference between non-living, living and dead. In the creator's eyes for this whole universe, no two things are different. It is just the same thing being expressed in a multitude of forms. Why take the trouble? Because then one of these forms, whose name is Dinal, will create another universe to experience. See, the first creation happened long before self-realized beings came into the picture. Long before even life came into picture. The universe was created. See, that creation happened much before even there was life, correct? Outer universe happened much before, and it will continue to happen much after life is gone also.
Correct.
That creation is on a different circuit.
Yeah.
But why did that circuit happen? Because somewhere in that, through some magnificent processes, one Dinal gets manifested. And Dinal creates one more universe. And Dinal starts to experience that universe without knowing that she is actually creating that universe. Without knowing that the actual universe is not two, it is only one. She is creating in this inner universe all the wonderful impressions and emotions, the pain and the sorrow and the joy and the happiness and sadness and everything. She's creating. At some point, if Dinal can actually experience that her inner universe is only a creation and the outer universe is only one, which means Dinal included in that. Dinal is also what? It is some molecules that have come together, some atoms that are, and atoms also not really there. Illusion of carbon, illusion of nitrogen is there.
Yeah.
All this has happened, and if Dinal at some split second experiences this, she has fulfilled the purpose of creation.
Wow.
The nothingness wanted to have some experience. So the drama of outer world, then the drama of the inner world, and the whole game is, will Dinal get to the truth? And you are given many chances, infinite chances. अगर ये lifetime में नहीं हो तो कोई बहुत नहीं. Reboot, again you will come back. Reboot, again you will come back. But the end of the game, the loop of the game is the moment you realize that this is all being done for this only, the game starts.
Wow. This
That
is
is
just
why
wow.
Dinal is the center of her universe.
Yeah.
So, is it wrong for us to experience? No.
No.
Is it wrong for us to see things opposite values? No.
Oh.
Because we have created it. Why have we created it? So that we can experience. Why should we experience? Because at some point, you will get it. The full drama is that. So when you see the snake completely looping and its mouth catching the tail, this is the story. Can the snake go around like this and find out that it is actually biting its own tail?
Tail.
We all think we are interacting with something else, something else. When will we know that we are interacting with ourselves?
Ourselves.
When that happens, the game closes. In our Puranic way, we say, then there is no rebirth.
Wow.
You come out of this cycle of life and death. ऐसा बोलते हैं. Because the moment you realize that, then you can't experience. And which is what is happening to you, Dinal, now. Now you are starting to become witness. Slowly. Work in progress. Slowly, choti khatam. You're taking small steps. But you will see that the more you become witness, the less joy will be there, the less pain will be there.
Correct.
And then it will become tasteless. कोई रस ही नहीं होगा इसमें.
Correct. Exactly.
Then Gurudev will create chaos in your life. Say, oh,
Acha, you don't find juice in life. Okay, let me create chaos now.
दिनल की बिरयानी में कुछ नमक कम है, थोड़ा सा, let me put little bit. So he gets you to play again. So, important thing is that there is a timing for everything to happen. This is very, very important. This is a very subtle truth I am sharing with you. As the script writer, when that nothingness decided to do something, it wrote a script. And वो script के अनुसार से it has taken so many days of Brahma, days of Vishnu, days of Kali Yuga, days of whatever, for Dinal to reach where she is today. ठीक है?
Okay.
If suddenly Dinal wants to accelerate her enlightenment process, but in the script, the time has not yet come. Okay.
Oh.
Then the universe will generate circumstances where you will find obstacles in your path to enlightenment because you are not ready.
Okay.
Your health might suddenly crash. Something may happen in your external world that forces you to come back and get entangled.
Okay.
Because there is a master plan. Our master has a plan for you, and he has set the plan in motion. But somewhere in our own enthusiasm, अगर हम लोग कुछ ज्यादा कूदने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो you will get whacked on your head, and you will get suddenly startled. अरे ये क्या हो गया? So when you feel suddenly you are very close to cracking it, suddenly your universe will get hit from every side, and you lose that and center and get gussified in what's happening. Understand this, that it will happen when it has to happen. This is a very important thing. Not that you should not do anything. अच्छा, it will happen when it happened. फिर तो मैं तो सो गया अभी. I will sleep for the next 16 years because I know after 16 years I'm going to be enlightened. तो अभी मैं सो जाता हूँ. I'm not talking about that kind of thing. Our effort has to be 100% at every moment to understand this truth. But knowing that click will happen when it is meant to happen. It is not in your hand or my hand to make that click. To work towards it is in our hands, 100%. And if we make some extra effort, which is not in alignment with the timeline, then you will see some very shaky things happening around you.
Yes, Gurudev says in Ashtavakra that maturity of spirit is very necessary.
So when something like this happens, just tell yourself that let me tone down my effort little bit because master has planned for me.
Yeah.
See, with this master, the beauty is आप तो बस एक बार ट्रेन में चढ़ जाने का है. See, this is the beauty of having a living master. A living master, you just have to get onto his train. He will take you to whichever station you have to go. He will take you. आपको कुछ करने का जरूरत नहीं है. मतलब क्या है? You have to continue to give your 100%. You have to continue to live your life to the fullest. You have to do everything. Whatever you have to do, you have to do. But knowing that when that click will happen, you can only make yourself ready for that click.
Yeah.
Click will happen
Yes.
only with his grace when he chooses it to happen. We have no,
Yeah.
we can't even ask him. अच्छा
Yeah.
कल मेरा थोड़ा click कर देना. We can't ask him. I don't even know whether it is in his power to do it. I don't even know that. But for sure, he knows when the click has to happen. Our job is to get ourselves ready. Get ourselves ready, whether it is our mind, whether it is our spirit, whether it is our body. Get ourselves ready for whenever that click happens to experience it 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me give you the other side of it. There are many people who make no effort whatsoever. Still click happens. Because unka time aa gaya.
Time aa gaya.
Now, preparation kitna kiya, we don't know. Because maybe we know about this lifetime. But we don't know how many lifetimes man has been preparing. Maybe this still a lifetime, he's just been one rowdy on the road. But फिर भी click हो गया उसका. है ना? So, again, never to think that just because I have prepared myself, click is going to happen. ऐसा कोई, this is not a written rule. You say that, hey, listen, I mean, I have been doing yoga, I have been doing kriya, I have been doing mandala vatika, I have been doing this, that, blah, blah, blah. And therefore, it has to happen. And I also feel I am very close. अभी कुछ मुझे ये witness सब आ रहा है दिमाग में. I can actually experience, you know, I must be very close. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. That is why it's very, very important for us not to judge somebody by looking at how they are. We have no idea. There are so many people I know today who have never done one spiritual practice. But if I see the way they are living, they are extremely spiritual. But they are having too many zeros in their account. They have the best of cars, everything is there. Whatever we don't associate is there. But yet you can make out that there is something spiritual in that person. There could be a person who is doing absolutely 100% all the practices without fail. But the vibe you get is that there is no spirituality in the person. Practice is there, but spirituality is not there. So it takes many years, maybe like me, to become old. When I look around, first thing I know is I must never judge a person. Because if I think this person is now very close to that click, I might be 100% wrong. Or if I say this person even another 100 lifetimes is not going to click, maybe next moment he'll click will happen for him. We have no clue. So the only clue we have is for our own universe. only in our head, what is inside here, we have got. There we can do a lot of things. And then we have techniques for dealing with the outer world, which Gurudev, if you see largely what Gurudev does, he's actually manipulating the outer world. He's going to so many countries, he is doing peace missions, he is doing relief operations. You might think, if a person is so enlightened, why the person needs to go and do all that? Because actually outside everything is one. You know, why are we doing? Because that is the outside reality. There are times when we have to interact with outside reality. There are times we have to work with our inner reality. Essentially, it is a balance of this and this. At any point, you are the center of your universe. At any point, you are the center of your universe. Next.
So I just want to like मैं देखना चाहती हूँ कि मैं ठीक जा रही हूँ कि नहीं. What I'm understanding is right, or I'm going in the right path. So through Mandala Vatika, we directly connect to the source. So then whatever we want will manifest.
You invite a source frequency into your life. This is Mandala. Yantra. Yantra is when you become that frequency. See, if I am doing a puja of, let us say, Pratyangara Devi Yantra puja, if I do, I become the frequency of Pratyangara. Mandala Vatika is not that science.
Correct.
Mandala Vatika is, I know I have my outer world. Okay. Now the outer world has been created by fundamental frequencies. There is a Vishnu, there is a Brahma, there is a Saraswati, there is a Muruga, there is a Durga. All these are fundamental frequencies which create the outer world. Correct? Now, I am inviting one of the creators to come into my life and do what they are programmed to do.
Okay.
What is Varamahalakshmi programmed to do? Varamahalakshmi is only programming is to give the Ashtalakshmi, the wealth of 8 aspects of wealth to everybody in the universe. That is the programming of the Tattva. वो तत्व को और कुछ करना ही नहीं आता है. That Tattva's program is to give you wealth. So when you invite Varamahalakshmi, she will give you the Vara. Vara is a boon. She will give you the boon for all 8 aspects of wealth. So, Mandala Vatika, you're only inviting that Tattva to come, be with you, and manifest in your world. That's all you're doing. You get the answer. Yantra is a different technique. That is why Yantra can be a very dangerous science. Because when you are dealing with such powerful entities and you are trying to take on that entity into your physical body, whether your body is prepared, we don't know. Whether your mind is prepared, we don't know. Whether your spirit is prepared, we don't know. So when something like that happens, even some very drastic, dangerous things can happen. Gurudev does not never go into that technology. His technology is a very safe technology. You invite a friend. So ऐसा है कि, let's take a corporate example. Okay, you're working in a company. Okay, and you've got many friends in the company, and sometime you invite the HR person to come, to your house. Okay. You chat with the HR person, and then you explain to the HR person, these things are happening. Can you help me? You ask. The HR person says, yeah, I think you have a good point there. Let me see what I can do for you. वो चला जाता है because HR person's job is only to provide you resources. उसका और कोई job नहीं है ना? So when you invited HR, the HR does what the HR is programmed to do. In Mandala Vatika, it is like that only. You're inviting a tattva into your manifest world and saying, please do what you are best, what you know to do best. And that will do. All of us who have done Mandala Vatika with the blessings of Gurudev have seen this manifesting in our lives. I don't think there is one person who has not experienced it. We are talking about physical reality. I'm not talking about my mind interpreting. That is a separate technology. I'm actually talking about outside universe. Mandala Vatika has that power because that is why it was kept so secret for so many years. Because technologies which deal with the outer world, they are always kept very gupt, very secret, because they feel that people will misuse. So
you said Sayam is also one of those techniques to deal with the outer world.
Yes. Sayam is one of those techniques where you gather siddhis. What are siddhis? Siddhis is not something to do when you are in meditation. Siddhi is something you do when you are in the world. See, suppose, like Gurudev says in Sayam, that during some trip that they had to go in some long train trip, nobody could get off the train to use the restroom, and water also finished. Yeah, but everybody acquired a siddhi to combat thirst. Nobody felt thirsty. You understand that? So when you are talking about that, it is interacting with the outer world.
Okay.
See, drinking water is an external activity. Correct. You are reaching out for a glass of water in the universe. You are taking and putting it into your body. It's an external activity. Gurudev has given me a siddhi for time. He will expand the time to fit what I have to do. If I have to have this Zoom call with Dinal, he will make it happen and he will stretch my time so that it still fits in. It is not that I don't have other things to do, but everything will happen because he is able to dilate time for me.
Wow.
What may take 10 hours to convey, he will let me convey it in a very short time, but you and me will think we have chatted for a very long time.
Wow.
If I have to sit and design something, I know that design will take a long time. But when I start to design it, I will find that I am supposed to submit it, let us say at 12 o'clock. At 11:59, I have completed the design. How it happened, don't ask me. Because he stretches the time for me there. Outside time is the same. But inside my manifest world, he has stretched the time so that I can finish it. And at 11:59, I am pressing enter as send, submission. The drawing is submitted.
Wow.
So like this, he gives siddhis to many people. Sayam is a practice through which you get siddhis. So in Siam, he teaches you, I don't know how many he taught in the last Siam that you attended, but he teaches you many siddhis, right?
Yeah.
So that siddhi is not for your internal universe. It is for dealing with the external universe. You're very right.
Correct.
Siam is for external universe. Siam, Mandalavatika, all the yagyas that we do, all these are for the external world. Kriya, pranayam, yoga, these are for our internal world. So we have to know this, that what is for our external world and what is for our internal world. We have to keep this very, very clear understanding. If we do this, then we will never get confused. We'll never get confused.
And the way you said that, from the internal you can experience the external is like when you do all this kriya and yoga and you come to that center and for one glimpse when all your filters are not there and you experience for just a minuscule second that external universe, that is like from internal to external. Are you saying that?
Yes, that will happen. Once it happens, the external universe never be the same again for you.
Yeah.
Once it
But
has to
then
happen
it's
only
very
one time.
yeah, but it's very difficult to get established in that. It's like it just comes and
No
goes.
need to get established in that. It's a one time experience. एक बार वो हो गया ना, आपको establish होने का जरूरत ही नहीं है, because you have seen it. See, it is like आप जब नींद, when you get out of a dream, you just have to experience that one moment that it was a dream.
Dream, yeah.
After
Then
that, you
you're
don't
aware.
have to establish yourself in the waking. You are awake only.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
It's like that only. Only one time. Only one time. When once you experience, after that there is no such thing as being there. वो एक बार वो पूरा पर्दा हट गया ना, after that, even if you want your best effort, you can't put back that parda. It is one experience which will change that person forever. It is not कि बार बार करने का है. The बार बार करने का is for your internal universe. Keep on getting centered. Keep saying that whatever I have, I am very happy with it. Understanding that I don't take anything with me after my death. Yeah. तो मैं कितना zeros भरता रहा हूं मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में. Knowing that at any given point, God has given me enough for my need, not for my greed. I am so happy. Thank you, God. This is changing your internal universe. There you have to get established.
Working on your filters.
Experiencing the external world, it is only one fraction of a second. It is one experience. And after that, your life will never be the same after that. There is no need to establish. It is like waking up from the dream. The moment you're woken up from the dream, do you have to stay established in awakening? No. वो dream गया तो वो गया. You can't. There is no question of establishing yourself so that you will remain awake. Dream drop हुआ तो you are awake only. There is no other choice. That moment when you experience the external universe, that one moment, वो पर्दा हट गया. After that, even if you want to close the parda, it won't close. You will just see everything as one. Gurudev, you think Gurudev sees a Dinal and me as separate, you and me as two separate things? For him, we are just auras, energies, that's all. He can see the oneness in us. And that is why our attraction to be with him. Because we can see without any filters.
Filters, yeah.
So it gives us a glimpse that, because we also want to be like that only. But because he is seeing us without any filters, we feel he has accepted us unconditionally. And he accepts
Yes.
everybody unconditionally. It is not only you or me.
Correct. Correct.
Everybody in this universe feel they are most special to Gurudev. गुरुदेव के लिए वो ही स्पेशल है, बाकी लोग तो है, but Dinal is special to Gurudev. Dinal, in Dinal's universe, Dinal only is the most special thing in Gurudev's universe. Like that. Why you get that feeling? Because he is accepting you without any filters.
Yeah.
He does that to everybody.
Yeah.
That is why we call him an enlightened master. So there is no question of Gurudev establishing himself in enlightenment. Because the parda hat gaya to, then after that there is no question. The moment you wake up from your dream, can you force yourself back into that dream? You cannot. No. You might go back to sleep and dream another dream. Or some variation of the previous dream at best. But you can't go back to where you were because you became awake.
Correct.
This enlightenment is like that. It's a one-step process. And when it happens, it will happen. After that, the world is never the same for you.
Correct.
It will not be the same for you at all. Next.
Nothing.
Nothing? Bas ho gaya?
It's like I got all my answers.
Good. I know. Bahut din se, I mean, I knew you are piling up a lot of questions. So I said, let me find a good time for you when I can address all of them. मुझे तो ज़्यादा type करना नहीं आता है. I mean, I don't have the time and bandwidth to type. But I feel bad when I don't give you the answer. I know the answer. So I want to give you the answer. But that is why I kept saying, ek bar, I'll take some time and talk to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Jai Gurudev.
Really. Thank you. Jai
Jai
Gurudev.
Gurudev, Dinal. Thank you so much. Jai Gurudev.